welcome to another session. Today we're going to spend some time doing some more work on MCP. There is a bunch of great guides online, so we're actually going to follow one of the guides today and go through the process of doing something interesting with MCP. We're going to learn more about the protocol. We'll build the server, we'll run that server, and we'll sort of see how far we get. This will probably be a bit of a shorter one today, hopefully, but basically like an hour to get through this. So for the next hour or so, we will spend some time doing some more MCP stuff. All right, let me jump over to my laptop and let's get started. All right, so we got this folder that's basically learn MCP. Oh, that's cool. Okay. Let's open terminal. This a little bigger. They always have a new update. Okay. All right, we're just gonna follow this guide. So Hugging Face provide these like really rich tutorials that I think are just like a good way to learn these things. So we're gonna follow this one. So and see how far we get. I'm gonna set a timer here and see how far we get in probably like 30 minutes or so. We're gonna spend some time on this. Okay. So let's install. And let's walk through the basic of creating an MCP server. So Gradio MCP.py. Okay, so this creates an interface, I guess. Yeah, let's see. Python. Don't I love when this happens? Let's create a virtual environment in Python to install libs. Just use VMs, but I can't remember. I never remember this argument. Yes. Then I have to activate it. Okay. So this should create like a fresh directory install and install all the dependencies that we need to get this running. Looks like it installed. Okay, now let's try Python 3. Okay, so it looks like we got an MCP server running here. Okay, some MCP hosts don't support SSE base. In this case, you can support MCP. Okay, there's some application that I can use to like play around with this, from what I remember on the MCP website, and it's like. It like allows you to test these things, build your server, implement tool execution. That's JP endpoint in your Gradio is automatically read internally with the corresponding name to view the tools, visit. So can I go here? Yes. Hi. Okay, so this performs some function and then it exposes the functions. Is that what it does? Oops. Your server. Schema, I think, is the URL. Okay. Yeah, so it's just like the properties. So this performs something and it just like means you can access it. Okay. That's cool. You can host MCP servers on Spaces. Okay. Okay, well, I'm going to do the certificates today. Okay, so now we're going to build this next thing, which I guess is building the... let's change this. Let's rename this to... let's create a folder. Unit 1. I'm going to call this Unit 2 MCP. Okay. Oh, it wants us to... let's cancel this. Okay, so we're going to create an MCP server that does some sentiment stuff. We already have a virtual environment, so I'm just going to install text blob, and then we're going to create a thing called app, cursor app.py. Alright, this is going to analyze some text blob, and then if we run this python app.py, it's going to do nothing because I didn't save it. Alright, and this should do the same thing, right? It should just expose some interface where holidays. It does some... let's see, working on my MCP skills. Okay, let's try doing this because this is fun. I don't think I even had requirements. Here we go. Let's put this in MCP sentiment. We'll take this, put this in here, and then run through this. Git add initial commit. Don't know if my Hugging Face token is here, but let's see. Let's find out. Pushing, but I don't know if it's working. Let me check something on my machine. I think it's gonna time out. don't have my Hugging Face token, so I'm gonna have to get it. One sec. This isn't gonna work. Get Hugging Face. Actually, is it in my? I know where one is that I can use. What is it called? Google Notebook, Google Code, Colab. And let's look at keys, HF token. Okay, so now I need to find out where in Hugging Face where do I pull it? Access tokens. Okay, this is what I want. Let's move this down. And get my SSH key. Okay. They are two different keys, so maybe this will work now. Don't know why this won't push. Oh, it's in it. It's just hanging. Okay, that might be why. What? Oh, shit. I don't understand what's going on. Oh, it should ask for my username. 401, but I can't specify my password anymore. I already have a token. When I run, it doesn't ask for username or password. Let's try something different. Just to keep us moving. What's this directory called? MC. LAN MCP. Where are we going? Do I need to like create the repo here? Like, do you need to like create a space in Hugging Face? Like, do you need to like go to spaces or something? Probably is my guess. Okay, now it should work. Git pull. Git pull origin main. They should have had you do this before. I can't remember if I need to rebase or not. I just force it. Alright. Then I get missing some configuration file. That I guess I need to call readme. New file. So this should now build and it should work. All right, I'm just gonna assume it doesn't. Now will give us the server. Sorry, that took a long time, but basically this should give us this MCP URL that we can use once it's done its work and it's built, which is pretty cool. All right. Okay, now I should be able to use create clients that interact with the MCP server. Promote servers, configure basic configuration. Okay. Really need to do that. Let's add an existing MCP server. Okay, so let's just confirm this one. Got a runtime error. Let's upgrade the server. And while that runs, we'll mess around with Playwright. Okay. So I'm going to pull up VS Code now. Dev, LAN MCP. So we got another window here now with the that has Klein in here. They are recommending that we use continue. Let's see, install extend continue. Looks like I have it installed. Switch to the release version. All right. I just don't even know where it is. Oh. Okay. We'll figure that out in a sec. Okay, so I want to create a new folder called dot continue, and another one called MCP servers. Then a file called playwright mcp.yaml. Okay. Then I need to figure out how to run continue somewhere. There we go. Okay. Let me enter my key. GPT, and then if I do this, does it ask questions? You can switch to agent mode to auto-complete these things. Okay, well, using the agent mode, select a drop-down to automate the completion. Well, you'd think that they would make this easier. Tell me where agent is. Because I don't know how to pick an agent. There we go. Okay, that did not work. So I've continue set up in this here, but it looks like it didn't pick up the MCP server, so I'm gonna have to probably configure it. Where was these settings? I thought I saw it. Let's see. Does not have that in there. Let's search for guide. Continue use MCP server. We're doing on time. All right, MCP docs. To set up your MCP, read the maybe I'm like losing my mind here. Files. .continue MCP servers playwright mcp.yaml. Let's just do this to make sure. Make this bigger so you can see it. Oh yeah, so it has that exact same thing. Now test your by asking the following question in, I think it's like reload it. Nope, did not work. Does it only work with a different model? MCPs can only be used in agent mode. It's not doing it. This did a search and got them not necessarily using the tool. I don't know. Why won't it work? I've got to be missing something. Create a folder at the top level of your workspace, which I did. Doesn't make sense to me. Let's just try a different one then instead. So this says MCP servers. Let's configure one. No, I don't want to use client. I really want to get continue working. Okay, is an AI blah 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 can be added to hub assistants. Let's maybe just do this. Let's create a new assistant. Come on. I don't want to get in this like crazy redirect, otherwise I'm done with this. Okay, come on. Oh, this is pretty cool. Code assist. I'm going to call this Monty. Oh. So this should create a new assistant. It should use interesting that Anthropic have these. Where's the config? It is oh well. So now how do I use this? Just says create no assistant. Do I need to log in? They did not make this easy. How do I log in to use this? There we go. Okay, now I should be able to do it. Sweet. Okay. This opens up Hacknews generates things, and we should get the list, and it's compiled it. Sweet. Nice. All right. So oh, cool. I didn't realize you could do this. Wow, that's pretty cool. Do I need to install small agents to do this? So we're gonna get this. Sorry, it's been a mess to read. I didn't. Did they really put Ask Copilot right there? No way. How do I remove this? That's so aggressive. No way did they do that. It's just so passive aggressive. Like, okay, here we go. So jump back up. We will install small agents this time. We're going to connect to this MCP. This is pretty sweet. I didn't realize you could do this. That's awesome. So these are the tools that are available. And then I guess we can do this. Connect to the MCP, get the tools, print tools. Let's just check this works. All right, we get the bunch of tools. It's going to get inference. Okay. It's going to run an agent. That's sweet. That's really cool. That's just super handy if you're testing MCP servers to like run this to test it, which I think is like really, really interesting. We did this. All right, building tiny agents. What does this do? It's built on the tiny agents, which demonstrates a super simple way to deploy MCP clients that can connect to services like Gradio analysis. That's super cool. All right, I think I'm going to end it here. Maybe I'll get to this next week. This was a, let's go back to full screen. Cam. Oh, all right. This was a fun one today. We basically spent some time using Gradio with MCP. We ran an MCP server using Gradio and like hosted it using Hugging Face. We also spent some time looking at using the server side with small agents, which is like a really great way to test MCP servers. If you're building MCP servers, like this seems like a really great way to sort of test them very quickly, which feels like very similar to when people were playing around with the early models. That seems like a great way to start. All right, if you spent any time watching this, I appreciate it. Thanks. Bye.